never turn on me. You lied to me, but you did, but you did. You lied to me. All this pain you said I'd never feel. You lied to me, but I do. Return of the man, return of the man, return of the man. You know that I can. Here I go. Return of the man, a little bit. Return of the man. What's my prayer? Return of the man. Up and down. You know that I can. Right there,
Look, stop worrying about your big break.
you lied to me. She said she'd never turn on me. You lied to me, but you did, but you did. You lied to me. All this pain you said I'd never feel. You lied to me, but I do. Return of the man, return of the man, come back, return of the man. Oh my God, you know that I can. Here I am, return of the man. Once again, return of the man. Top of the world, return of the man. You know that I can. Don't you know? Return of the man, return of the man. Return of the man. Be strong, you know that I can. Here I go, return of the man. My little man, return of the man. Return of the man.
Well. Hello, gentlemen.
Hey, Greg.
Boy,
What's up?
I do not.
What it do?
I do not envy either one of you guys. I was concerned all day. Honestly, man, from this side, I was concerned. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. And I'm glad you guys are back safely. I talked to Sherman, dude. The hardest conditions you ever fished in, correct?
Yeah, today was the hardest day, that's for sure.
Crazy.
And I fished in a tropical storm before, but today it's not really a storm. It's just steady wind gusts.
And Marty, you the same. You got 40-mile-an-hour winds, man. That's crazy.
Well, there's one forecast the weathermen never get wrong. That's the wind.
That's true. That's true.
It was gusts of 40, mostly 25 to 30 maybe. I was in a small lakes, but I'm just wiped out because you had to stay in position all day, with the wind, and if you weren't watching, you'd get blown off somewhere.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, your week started out, you had to go 3 hours Friday to a football game, 3 hours back. Then you went to the All-American, and you did very well in the All-American, and I think Nebraska finished second, right?
Yeah.
And then you wiped out about that, and then you had to come and fish 10 hours, today in 40-hour winds, Marty. I mean, how do you do this? I mean, what's your secret? What kind of vitamins are you taking?
I just love to fish. I just love life, though, too. But,
I hear you, man.
You know, I just, you know, you only get one shot at this, so I'm like, I'm not gonna miss out on anything.
Yeah,
And,
man. I hear you. I hear you, man. But you know, both
Teach
you,
me your
both,
ways, yea, O wise man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I don't know if I could do that, man. That's unbelievable.
it was brutal. Last night I slept at a rest area in my camper for about an hour. Then I got up, got home about 1, so I got 4 hours of sleep there, and then took off again. But you know, it was worth it, man. The All-American was just so cool. Tyler Cole and Joshua Booth put on an incredible event. I mean, nothing ever like this, you know.
Is this
And
the
not
first?
just- not-
Is this the first All American?
This is the All-American, but not to not respect other events. This was like the club level, and then you go to a national.
Yeah.
And there was 20-something teams,
Wow.
26 or 27 teams there.
Well, I tell you what, you can't get two better guys than Tyler Cole and Josh Booth, man.
Yeah.
Great guys.
What place did you end up getting there, Marty, if you don't mind?
Well, I got 19th. I was maybe a 14-inch fish from top, maybe 10 or 11. No,
Oh, wow.
Maybe a 15.
Wow, I was
Just
fishing
couldn't
tough.
get one, you know. But you know, it was fun, man. It was fun meeting more people and seeing some old friends. And you know, what was really cool was seeing Michael Cates there from Texas. He was the original. I think he was the original TOC champion. And
Wow.
to see him there at that, you know, at the club level coming up, but it had the old TOC feel, you know, that we
Yeah.
have in Texas. But yet it had a national championship feel. Really, really good. Really, and they just it was Everhart Sporting Goods out of like Truman there, sponsored it. They did a great job. There was tons of prizes. I mean, it took like an hour to give out the raffle stuff.
That's awesome, man. That's great. You know, I mean, that's what it's about, man. You know, just taking care of the anglers and, you know, and congratulate them on a good year, man.
Yeah,
The winner went home with almost $11,000, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. And Pat Lassick,
Second place almost got almost $7,000.
he got 5,100. That was Pat Lassick.
Okay, 5,100.
He's from Nebraska. And then the big bass was 2,500.
Wow.
2,500 for a 22-inch bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that.
Incredible.
Yeah, and then the guy that won that got a spot in the DZ the 10 house, if I'm not mistaken, KBF.
I think it's Jeremy Mitchell. He's
Yeah.
he's out of the Camo Club out of Missouri. You know. And hey, I hear something though, man. Nebraska, our Sticks Club from Nebraska. Guess who we get beat by?
Iowa.
Team Iowa.
Of course.
They must have come out of. I mean, they had some good fish in the end, but what great guys too. I mean, but what a great rivalry.
It is a great rivalry. I mean, you know, I mean, Iowa has it out for Massachusetts. Iowa has it out for Nebraska, and Iowa has it out for Florida and Texas. They're making enemies everywhere, but they're great. But man, that's great, man. Sherman, dude, listen, man. You know, me and you talked this morning, and you did make a lake change, dude. I mean, you know, I can't tell you how much, you know, we appreciate you guys fighting this, man. I mean, you know, this is the conditions that you guys did were just ridiculous. You were held to Tenor Rock. You fished the lake, you know, as best you could, and you had to make a change. And man, you looked like you were just trying to just string a limit together all day long, man. Talk about the day.
That was rough. Yeah, I spent last night deciding where I was actually going to go. If I was going to be safe and go to Tenor Rock, or if I was going to put my health in jeopardy and go to one of the bigger lakes. But I decided after talking with everybody that it was safest to just play it safe health-wise and
Yeah.
make sure I live to see another day and go fish Tenor Rock and see what happens. So
Yeah, and
I did a win. It would give me some relief, so I was able to fish the backside of the islands.
right.
There just wasn't nothing there. The pressures were bad. Everything. I struggled through the day. I finally went dead for a couple hours, and I decided I just had to switch lakes. So I went to a second lake that I knew I'd catch wind on, but At that point, I had already seen Marty throw up a big limit on me, so at that point, it didn't matter. I just had to go for the home run or go home. It was just them two options to me at that point. So I went to a lake that I know I can catch bigger fish on, and I just suffered it out in the wind, and I guess we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, man, you know, to do what you guys did, you know, in those
Crazy.
conditions just shows. First of all, you got guts, you got determination, and your skills are just ridiculous. I mean, I was telling Sherman, I said most guys, 100% would have gave up today. I mean, it would have been packed in. Just you saw Marty put it out on the lead, and you had 3 fish on the board, dude. I mean, and take a browbeating for 40-mile-an-hour winds all day long. That's not fun. You know what I mean? And it's like, I told Sherman, if this was a live event and I saw some guy put up, let's say, 90 inches on the board, half the field would have took their kayaks and walked out, you know? I mean, there's no way no one would have stayed on the water with those conditions. Not a chance.
Hey, Greg. Also today, I actually had an island on my lake, and I would go hide behind it for a while, get recuperated, and go back out and face it again because I was going against that south wind, and then had a jetty, that they were coming up on, and then later in the afternoon they came along the south or the north shoreline, and I caught 98 bass today.
Oh my gosh!
But probably 60 dish pickles.
Wow.
I
mean, that's incredible. I mean, you can't even hold a bait in the water for with 40-mile-an-hour winds. Let you catch them. I mean,
and I finesse fish, and I couldn't even feel the bites because the line was bowed. Couldn't even get to the bottom.
Yeah.
And that made it really tough too.
Unbelievable. Well, guys, here's the story.
It's close.
Close.
Close is not even a word for this.
Oh no.
Tie or bust? Dude, it is. It is so unbelievable. It's not funny.
It came down. Let me just say this: it came down to a last hour fish, and we had a tie.
Yeah.
It was 84 inches to 84 inches. And like I said, it came down to a tie. At the very end. But we're going to find out who won this thing.
Oh, man. Guys, you do this every time.
No, you do this every time.
Hey, hang on 1 second. Alex Trebek passed away, so condolences to him, his family. And, man, football was great today, too, guys. You guys watching the NFL? It was really good.
Yeah. No. All right, let's get to this.
Hey, Marty, hang on. Marty, did your guys' football team win last night?
Our high school team?
Yes.
No, we got beat, but we played really well. Oh, wait, you got to hear this, though. We're down 21-0 with a minute to go. No, I'm sorry, 21-6. 21-6. With a minute to go. Their quarterback decides to run it in from the outside. Our quarterback was playing defense, steals the ball from him and runs 100 yards for a touchdown.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we almost had a chance to come back there. So
wow.
You never give up.
No, you never give up.
Yeah, they showed a ton of heart, though. It was exciting.
You never give up.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and that segues into this. You never give up, right, Sherman? Right, Marty?
That's right.
Yeah.
You battle to the end.
Battle to the end.
Right?
Yeah,
You have to grind it to the end.
Honestly, God, it came down to the last hour. Okay, so here's the deal. We had a tie, 84-84, but somebody's got to win. Okay? So, let me tell you, here we go. All right, guys, moving on to the Final Four. We have Jason Campbell taking on Conrad Benetti. Jared Brockelman is going to take on Mr. Marty Hughes.
Wow.
Marty Hughes catches a 17-inch bass in the last half hour and wins by 1 inch.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 84-80. Sherman ties it with 84. Marty, that last 17 you caught was your dinger.
Wow.
Marty Hughes moves on. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Sherman, dude.
Awesome job, guys.
I mean,
It was so
I don't know
fun
what to
watch
tell
on
you
the
guys.
back end.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm flabbergasted what you guys put up and what you guys did. Dude, I just don't know. I mean, Sherman, me and you talked when you were done. You were like, man, dude, I gave it all I got, and I'm ready. I'm ready to take it on the chin for like a half inch or a quarter inch. It actually wound up being an inch.
I knew it was coming.
He upgraded. Honest to God, he upgraded the last half hour, and
I
boom.
want to tell Sherman, man, great job today, though, man, because it was a grind. It was unbelievable.
Same to you, Marty.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun though too.
Yeah, when I messaged the both of you guys, it was tied, and I encouraged both of you guys to keep grinding.
Yeah.
And said, you guys, I told you guys both, I said the same thing to you. I said, you guys got this. Like, come on, dude, this is, let's go. And Sherman wrote me afterwards, like, man, I did my best. I got the 84. We'll see. And then Marty's like, I think it was at 150, so it would have been 450 Eastern Standard Time. You said that you got your last 17-incher.
Yeah. Actually though, I think I caught a 16.25 before that. I just hadn't entered yet.
That would have gave you a quarter-inch bump.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I didn't enter that one. That's when I said that I'd be sick if it was like a piece of paper thick, short of 16 and a half. And I thought we were going to tie at 85. I really did, Sherman. I thought we were going to tie at 85, and I thought, oh man, he's got me because he's got the kicker fish,
Yeah.
So when you heard there was a tie, Marty's like, all right, you're secretly like, well, I know you had a bigger fish. So you were prepping to hear Sherman Bishop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sherman caught it 18.75. Sherman, what was it, about 40 minutes to go?
Yeah, so roughly around that.
What were you thinking then?
Wow.
You knew that you had tied, right? You did the numbers in your head, and you had the kicker.
I did the numbers. I knew it was a tie. I knew I had the kicker fish, but I knew that Marty had an extra hour after I went off the water. So
Yeah.
I didn't quit there. I found a little pocket that I flipped into and was trying to yank it was probably 16 and a half. I was trying to get up and over a bunch of tree branches. And I got hung up in the middle of the trees and just sitting there flopping around in midair, and I couldn't get to it fast enough, and it got off. But I knew that was probably the fish that lost, that done it in for me. But I cast it to the bitter end. There wasn't a spot in there that I didn't throw a lure. So
Well,
I did everything I could do. Kudos to both of you. I don't know if I could have. I don't even know where I would have gone in those conditions. So much less, it's not even a matter of me trying to even think I could have thrown up 80 plus. I don't even know where I would have gone. But kudos to both you guys. I mean, I had fun watching it all the way to the end. Me and Greg had several phone calls about it. It was unreal. Without even a broadcasting opportunity, both you guys brought so much excitement to the network. Sherman, dude, I get to hand deliver you a sixth place trophy. You're sitting in good company. I've got a sixth place. Conrad's got a sixth place. If I'm not mistaken, David Brooks got a sixth place. I mean, you're sitting in good company there. I get to hand deliver that. Sure, and you get a check on top of it. Marty, you get a $125 Westbrook Supply gift card, a KBBT dry fit, KBBT coffee, a little bit bigger of a check. Both of you, outstanding job, and I cannot wait to see what both of you guys bring to the table next season.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. But Sherman, man, look, you've had one heck of a season, bro. One heck of a season,
thanks.
man.
It's been fun. It's actually a relief not having to go into next Saturday. I hate to say it, but this thing that's dwindling down on top of us now is supposed to stay here all week long. It's not supposed to go anywhere. They're still predicting Friday, Saturday is still in Central Florida, so
Goodness
it's going to be the same conditions next weekend. So good luck.
Well, Conrad will be fishing in it. Sounds like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's almost a relief that
I
don't have to try to face 100-inch Jared in those conditions.
Well, speaking of
Leave
Hunter,
that for Marty to figure out where.
I was gonna
100
say,
inches
speaking
is
of
coming
Hunter
from.
and Jared, I mean, you have Texas and Florida and Texas and now Nebraska in the Final Four. That's gotta make you proud, Marty, man. You know, be able to represent, your state, and your skills against, I mean, Texas and Florida, man. Here we go.
Well, I'm gonna get my ice fishing gear out for next week. And, yeah, let's go.
I hear you. You know what though, man? I mean, anything can happen, man. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And-
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
It's Jason and Jared are fishing unbelievable right now, but we've seen this time after time and time. Lakes do shut down and they shut off, and you're just shaking your head, going, "Where are the fish?"
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Man, I'll be honest though. I know the lake that Brockelman and Campbell are fishing on very well myself, and I'll be the first one to tell you it is an all or nothing lake. It's either all gravy or what the hell just happened. So yeah, I've seen it on both ends. Marty, if I'm you, I'm praying we get the what the hell just happened lake on Saturday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, any last
Marty,
words
how's
before we depart? We're gonna end it here, but congratulations on your victory, Marty, by an inch. That's incredible. What an incredible matchup, man! But there's just no way we would have been able to broadcast it. I mean, with the wind blowing and you guys put yourselves out in danger like that, man. I wanted you guys to keep your head down and be safe first, man. Don't worry about the whole thing. We just found out what happened afterwards.
You saw my identifier.
I did. I did. Yeah, it was a mess. But
how's it feel there, Marty, after being one of the OGs of KBBT to finally get into that Final Four, and how's it feel, man?
Feels pretty good. I mean, especially just to represent our state, and and like I said from the beginning, I thought this is a pretty good idea. You guys start doing this, and now you can, you don't have to travel 500 miles. You can stay home and fish there, and and still compete on a national level.
Yep, and I mean, showcase your skills and sharpen them up and everything else. But Marty, who would you rather face if you take the victory next week? Who would you rather face, Conrad or Jason?
Man, they're both pretty good, but yeah, I'd like the opportunity to face Conrad just to say I did it.
Yeah.
But
for the championship.
I guess for the semi, what is that, semifinal? I'd rather face Jason in the semifinal though.
Yeah.
And then Conrad, if that happens, I don't. Conrad's got to win too though, but
yeah, that's right.
It'd be pretty cool to face. I mean, it's cool to face all these guys, Sherman, all these guys. I mean, they're incredible, and it just makes you fish harder. I mean, today I don't think I fished harder in my life. Just kept going and going and going, and talking to the fish, talking to myself.
Well, apparently one of them answered at the last half hour.
Or
last hour, But yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations, bro. As I said, pulling off by an inch. It's. I mean, after the day you guys have had, it's. I mean, you guys. We could have from this side. We could ask for anything more. 1 inch difference. I know somebody had to lose, and it sucks. But hey, man, that's just the way this bracket works. We have a winner and we have a loser.
Yeah.
Believe you me, I know what it's like, Sherman. Get your butt kicked out there in 30-mile-an-hour winds, and then you have a full bag on the board, and then you have to go home. It's just like, oh my God, I can't be sick.
He said he's relieved. He said he's cooking out next weekend.
I know, man.
I'm kicking out with my feet up next weekend, so.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Well, guys, we're gonna leave it here. Next week, guys, Final Four. We are going to be doing back-to-back next week, Saturday and Sunday. Oh, and that's another thing, too. If that storm hits around and Conrad happens to pull it out, he's going to go right back out in it Sunday.
God.
20 hours out in that mess.
Get you some.
Oh, my gosh.
He might as well sign a job with Fox about hurricane coverage.
I know, man. I'm telling you. So, who's that guy in the kayak? But Todd is going to be broadcasting with you guys. I'll try to get on there on Saturday, and then we leave to go to Chickamauga on Sunday. So you'll have myself and Todd all weekend long. Going to have a lot of fun. So, guys, the Final Four is Jason Campbell. He's taking on Conrad Benetti, and Jared Brockelman taking on Marty Hughes. Guys, tune in next week. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to see. All right, gentlemen. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Okay.
Have a good one.
Take care, guys.
Congratulations, Mark.